Welcome to Central Coast Adventures. Another quick one for you here tonight. We are taking a look at a voltage disconnect switch. This particular one has an LED voltage display, which kind of caught my eye. It's a little bit different from the other disconnect switches out there. The brand is Gogonfly. I hope that I am pronouncing that correctly, but I did get this on Amazon, and it had about 60 ratings, about 4.5 stars, so not too bad. But anyway, that being said, let's go ahead and get it out of the box and check it out. All right, straight away we are presented with what looks like a rubber gasket and the mounting base along with some hardware. Instruction sheet. Not sure what those are. I'm gonna have to look at the instructions. Oh, two more. And the switch itself. Did I open that upside down? No, it was packaged upside down. That's weird. There's the switch itself. So pretty good quality. Makes a nice, satisfying click. I like it. It's got a nice big area here on top for the LCD display. It is clearly marked on and off. And it's got a little marker right there that points at the overall grip and design of the switch is a little bit confusing at first glance, but it does have a little mark right here that tells you what position that you're in. So this does support a current rating of 250 amps. Its operating voltage is 60 volts. The contact type is normally closed. The connector type is plug-in. And it has screw type terminals on the bottom here. And I did buy some battery cables that I'm going to use with this, but I'm a little bit concerned about the ground here, because the ground is a little bit small. So I'm concerned about that guy. So I might break the cables out right now and check it out really quick. The circuit type is one way, and the actuator is a push button. So let me grab my cables really quick, because I'm a little bit concerned about how small that ground is. I'll leave a link for the battery cables also down below. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. So for the positive side, it looks like it's going to be a perfect fit. Yep, perfect fit. But for the negative side, it's a little big. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. I'm going to have to change this end. Because, I mean, I might have enough contact. I might try it like that, just to see. I think the ground is for the LCD screen. It doesn't affect the actual operation of the switch. I think it needs that ground for the LCD. So the input from the trailer will go on this side right here, and then this goes to the battery. And then for the LCD, I think you got to run an additional ground so it will light up the LCD. But anyhow, let's go ahead and get it installed on the trailer and see how that goes. I might have to buy a smaller ground cable. All right, so I preloaded the output side and the ground. I'm gonna go connect it to the trailer right now, the input side, but I gotta disconnect that from the battery really quick. All right, it's wired into the trailer now. So before I mount this thing to the battery box where I want it, I'm going to hook it up to the battery temporarily and do a test, see how well it works. All right, I got it all wired up and it's displaying the battery output You can't tell, the camera's not going to pick that up, but it's displaying what the battery has, and it is currently off. So going right now. I have a light turned on there. You can see that it is off. So we'll go back. You can see that it's clearly marked off and on. So change it to on. And now the light is on. So easy peasy. Alright, I wanted to mount it to the lid. I didn't want to do it this way, but I really didn't have a choice, so I had to go with the side mount. It'll work like that for now. I'm gonna put something in the side of the box right here to keep the battery from sliding into the back of the screws. But yeah, that's just how it's gonna have to be. Alright, there it is, all wired up. Yes, I know it's a little crooked, but I mean, this is kind of temporary. I'm gonna think of a better solution, but for right now, for the first trip out, it's gonna go right there. And I mean, I tidied up the wires as best I could. I'm gonna zip tie some of that drama down there, but yeah, looks pretty good. Let's get the lid on. All right, there we go. Lid is on. Not bad. That's not its final spot. I'm gonna get longer cables and mount it where I want it. I wanted it up here on the lid, but I didn't have enough slack on the cables that I bought, so I'll have to buy longer ones, but then I'll mount it where I want it. All right, so the install process was pretty straightforward. Not too hard at all. It is clearly marked on the bottom, like where the trailer side comes from and then where you're supposed to go out to the battery. Like I said, very straightforward, really easy install process. Didn't exactly go as I planned. For starters, I do not need a smaller ground cable. Obviously, you saw that ground cable's fine, even though it is a little bit large for the application. What I do need is a longer one. I need a longer ground cable and a longer power cable for that matter, because I could not put it where I wanted to put it on the lid of the battery box. So it's a temporary location. I was planning on upgrading to double batteries, so I was going to upgrade the box anyway. So I'll just let it ride right there where it is. And I'm just going to put a piece of cardboard or something there so the battery doesn't, slam into the backside of those screws. If I have to make any sudden movements or anything like that, the battery doesn't slide over and hit those screws. I'll just shove some cardboard or something in there. It'll be fine. But other than that, I'm happy with the install. I'm happy with that LED voltmeter on the lid, on the cap. That thing's really cool, man. I like it. It's gonna come in handy. I'm glad I got it all installed and it's ready to go for our first trip out. All right, that's all I have for this one. Thank you again for stopping by. Please smash that like button if you enjoyed this video and help feed that algorithm. I hope you have a great evening, and like always, thank you for watching.